Well, hey guys, how you doing today? Let's see, checking everything out here. Yeah, hey guys. So you're here on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to tell you about our interview with Terry Lovelace, Esquire, on Wednesday. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which I think for those of you in the UK would be about 11 p.m. Maybe you'll still be up. So we're going to have Terry for you live. We're not doing it through YouTube Live. We're doing it through my Webinar Gem webcasting system. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'll show you how to sign up in a second. Terry wrote this fascinating book called Incident at Devil's Den. And I think you're really going to enjoy what he has to say. It's this guy was in the Air Force back in the 70s, and he and a buddy went camping at Devil's Den State Park, allegedly to photograph eagles, Arkansas, and then a triangular craft comes over their camping area. It gets closer and closer, and pretty soon they wake up hours later and with the memories of being in the craft. And it's well, to be honest, it's really kind of creepy. I read it while I was camping in Idaho this past summer, and it's really spine tingling. They were injured by this encounter, and then the Air Force tried to get him not to talk about it. They split the two of them up, and they hypnotized him just like they did with Gary. Remember our missile security guard from Minot, who I interviewed last year, Gary, and just go back in my YouTube videos, you know, and he was also injured by, and his comrade were exposed to a UFO near one of the missile sites. So this sort of has something in common with that case, and I've talked to Terry about it. Anyway, he's gracious enough to come on to talk with us, and you can be there. It's going to be live, and again, his book is Incident at Devil's Den, and I don't know if you can see that, but if you want to sign up, just go to my, yes, New Crystal Mind. Go to newcrystalmind.com. It's the first post there, and you can sign up and register. Newcrystalmind.com. You can sign up and register. And hey, guys. Yeah, Donald, it's Terry Lovelace, Esquire. This guy isn't just anybody. He's a former assistant attorney general for the territory of Samoa, American Samoa. So he worked for the Justice Department after he got out of the Air Force. This is his book, Donald, I'm showing you right now. It's Incident at Devil's Den. I think the only place you can get it is on Amazon as a paperback. I read it on my Kindle reader here. And so this is someone who worked for the federal government in a high up position. He's a lawyer, and he had an abduction experience, and he had implants. He's going to tell us about the implants that he had. Their x-rays are in the book, and of these little things right above one of his knees. You know, so many people have reported this. This is such an explosive topic, folks. I mean, I think you'll agree with me. It's such a huge topic, and yeah, hey, Super Sleuth, what's going on tonight? Yeah, it is like an X-Files episode. I mean, it is. Oh, great. So, Donald, you're reading it. I'm happy. Yeah, it is like an X-Files episode, but it really happened. You know, I mean, I have been in correspondence with Terry, and I'm going to be on Terry's radio show, by the way, folks. On December 18th. So I'll give you more information about that. He uses a podcasting site called Artists First. I think it's live, and then there are replays. But I wanted him to talk to you guys. So I'm not doing it through YouTube Live because we can only have one camera on at a time, and there's a little bit of a delay. So I'm using my webcasting software, Webinar Gem. So if you guys want to join me on this Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm in Mountain Standard Time, so it's 3 p.m. for me. just go to newcrystalmind.com. That's my blog site. You guys know this. It's got all my blog posts, all the sessions, all my Reality's Edge sessions with Buddy, Comrade Budinsky. Those are all there too if you missed any. If you haven't been to my blog, this is it. Yes, the Doc and Buddy show. We'll have another episode for you soon, I guarantee it. In any case, so if you're interested in being there live with myself and Terry Lovelace, Esquire, then you could sign up at New Crystal Mind. There's a link to the Webinar Jam sign-up page, and it's no biggie. You just go there and sign up, and it'll send you a couple of reminders. Now, you don't have to be there live because I'm going to upload it to this channel when we're done with the interview. So it will be on YouTube in any case. But if any of you guys want to be there, maybe you, Donald, you're reading the book, so I'm sure that you would like to ask Terry some questions. I mean, it's just another freaking fascinating case. I don't know any way to say it, guys. This is freaking fascinating. It's not being covered by the media, and it's real. I know it's real. So does Terry. Eventually there's going to be enough of us folks who've had these experiences that we're going to wonder why no one's talking about it. We're going to become the majority at some point. I know it doesn't seem that way, maybe right today, but just give it a little time. This issue is becoming quite explosive. And here's someone else who I really respect this guy. He had the guts to come forward and write this book after years of being silent. The Air Force told him to not talk about it again, hypnotized him, and tried to make him forget about it. And, he saw humans on that craft in military uniform. So, I mean, what in the world is going on? I'd like to know as much as you would, folks. And that's why we're interviewing Terry, and then I'll be on his show. So, he was on Coast to Coast, Donald. Exactly right. He did this thing, and he did a show with George Norrie. Coast to Coast has ads, and they were interrupting him a bit, I thought. He couldn't quite get the story out. We're not going to interrupt him. We're going to let him tell the full story, and then we're going to have Q&A at the end. And listen, if I do interrupt him, let me know. But I want to hear his full story, the way he talks about it, without any interruptions this time. I don't know what you guys thought. I like, he was on Coast to Coast. That's cool, but they go in like these little 15, 20-minute segments, and we don't want to do that here. So. In any case, I'll just say one more time, go to New Crystal Mind. It's the post at the top. And then you can sign up and register. It's free. And you'll be able to, we'll have a chat room like this, like you see on the side here. And you can ask him questions at the end. So that's why we're going to do it this way. Yeah, it's okay. Thanks a lot, Donald. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jennifer, we hope to see you there. Sorry you can't make it, Super Sleuth, that you're working. That's too bad. But there will be a replay. I will put the replay up here on my YouTube channel too. Yep. So that's what's going on. Any questions about that? The Webinar Jam sign-up is really easy, and it's a system I've been using for a couple of years. I don't know if you guys have been to any of my webinars that I did in the past about resonant remote viewing, things like that, crop circles. So I've been using this system for a while. I'm very familiar with it. It's easy to invite someone else on and have a chat room at the same time. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Let's see. So if you haven't read his book, I'm not connected to this anyway. Technically, I just think it's an excellent book. There's his book. I think it's the only way to read it right now is on, I don't know if you can see that. It looks a little weird on my screen. That's the book on, got to get it just the right angle here. That's the book on Amazon. And again, this is, what really impressed me about the book was, I wrote a little review of it there, but I mean, it reminded me a lot of Gary's case, and there was a lot of signs of authenticity in Terry's writing there. And, there's something really unknown about all of this, and people who've had experiences like Terry have had. I haven't had experiences like Terry. I don't know if you guys have had any experiences like this either. You know, I've had some contact like this, but it's been mild compared to what happened to Terry and his buddy, who he calls Toby in the book. And, you know, they seem to have been sunburned and injured by their encounter with this craft and dehydrated and, you know, a really kind of a negative experience for them. And we want to find out more from Terry about what he thinks was going on. He doesn't really share in the book very much what he thinks was actually, you know, going on in this case. Who were they? Counters these different types of ETs, praying mantis type, a gray type, and apparently a human type of person on board, and other people on the craft, which is very much what, if you've looked at my book, Black Swan Ghosts, I have a, you know, Lynn Buchanan, the remote viewer, shared one of his stories, and he talked about seeing humans on the craft that he was on too. So I'm really wondering what's going on here, just like you folks. And it's a big detective story we're all involved with. And I'm glad that you're all part of it, because together we're all going to figure this out over the upcoming years. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to find out what sort of universe we've been living in the whole time. Because I can guarantee you guys one thing. What's really going on is not what we've thought of and told has been going on. I mean, you obviously know that there's something else deeper going on here that people are having experiences with that no one officially is really talking about very much. And we have to get to the bottom of this, because I think, you know, at the end of the day, we have a right to know what sort of universe we live in. We don't want to know some sort of fantasy story. We want to know the truth. And authority figures never really like to reveal that, because it makes them look less powerful. And that's one of the main reasons why these, you know, institutions around are not talking about this, because they don't have control over it. So anyway, that's what's going on. Go to New Crystal Mind, and it'll be on again this Wednesday, December 5th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And you can go to New Crystal Mind. You can sign up at Webinar Jam, and we'll all have a lot of fun, okay? So, Poppin' Caps, you're the special agent he's getting all of these documents from. I've been wondering who it was. So it was you, huh? Energy special agent. Is that for real? I mean, you were a special. What is an energy special agent? I just have to ask you. Oh, not you. Yeah. Okay. Department of Energy, I see. You're one of his magical special sources. Now the truth comes out. I knew he had some contacts deep inside the government. You're one of them. Okay, well, thanks, Bob and Kath, for putting this all together. I know the Department of Energy probably has a lot to do with some of this. I'm sure you could tell us some very interesting stories about this, since it's involved with energy and energy reduction and all sorts of things. So, yeah, so thanks, Jennifer. That's the thing. We want to hear from Terry, someone who's worked for the government for a long time, was in the Air Force, had the guts to come forward with his story. You have to wonder, for every person like Terry, there have to be at least 10, wouldn't you think, 5 or 10 who've had the same experience, who followed their orders and never talked about it again. I mean, I know some actually personally myself, and who I haven't talked about, who've told me their stories and still are not comfortable with me telling their stories, even if I change their name. So I know there have to be a lot more people like that. And that's why we're going to see some sort of Black Swan event come up in the next couple of years, I'm convinced, because there's too many people out there with contact stories like that that we haven't heard from yet. And it's going to be quite a flood when they come forward, whenever that day comes. So, hey, Patrick, long time no see. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, so someone is interested in this planet. We have to find out. We have to get to the bottom of this, folks. It's just you and me and all of us and Buddy. We got to work this out, because no one else is really telling us what's going on. And I don't know about you, but I am determined to find out what this is all about, because there's too many people I've talked to who've had some sort of injury or some sort of encounter with this phenomena, and we still haven't gotten to the mainstream media. And it's this, you know, speaking as a sociologist, this is a social civil rights issue. It's a civil rights issue, okay? Just to know what this is about. And so hopefully Terry will help us with this a little bit. So in any case, well, thanks a lot, folks. I hope to see you. Again, go to newcrystalmind.com and you can sign up for the webinar at Webinar Jam. And if you're not there, we will be thinking about you, and we will upload the video as soon as possible so you can see, find out what we talked about. And then I'll be on Terry's show on December 18th in a couple of weeks from now. Oh, the name of the book. Thanks, Super Sleuth. I don't know if this is this visible to you guys? Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. On my screen, it doesn't really show. Oh, there it is. Okay, I have to hold it at an angle. Incident at Devil's Den. Now, can you see it? Sleuth. Incident at Devil's Den. Incident at Devil's Den. It's compelling proof of alien existence, alleged U.S. Air Force involvement, and alien implant discovered accidentally on X-ray. I mean, this reminds me of all the stuff I used to talk with Roger Lear about the implants, and here's another person with the implants. Yeah, incident at Devil's Den. That's what you're looking for. And again, I have no direct connection to the book. I just like it when someone comes forward, has the guts to tell us their story, and Terry is one of them. That's really cool. So thank you, Terry, and we're looking forward to talking with you on Wednesday. Okay, folks. Thanks a lot, and we'll be seeing you soon. And you all have a very good evening or morning or night, wherever you are in the planet or in the solar system, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care for now, and bye.